Wireless communication started with the understanding of magnetic and electric properties observed during the early day by Chinese, Roman, and Greek cultures and experiments carried out in the 17th and 18th centuries. History of Onji. Onji was launched by Nippon Telegraph and Telephone Entity in Tokyo in 1979. By 1984, Entity had rolled out Onji to cover the whole of Japan. In 1983, the US approved the first Onji operations and the Motorola's Dynatec became one of the first mobile phones to see widespread use stateside. Other countries, such as Canada and the UK, rolled out their own 1G network a few years later. 1G technology suffered from many drawbacks. Coverage was poor and sound quality was low. There was no roaming support between various operators, and as a different system operated on different frequency ranges. History of 2G. 2G was launched under the GSM standard in Finland in 1991. For the first time, calls could be encrypted and digital voice calls were significantly clear with less static and background crackling. The analog pass of 1G gave way to the digital future presented by 2G. This led to mass adoption by consumers and business alike on a scale never seen. 2G standard 2G's transfer speeds were initially only around 9.6 kbit. Operators rushes to invest in new infrastructures such as mobile cell towers. Of 3G. 3G was launched by NTT Docomo in 2001. 3G standardized the network protocols used by vendors. This means that users could access data from any location in the world as the data packets that drive the web connectivity were standardized. This made international roaming service a real possibility for the first time. 3G's increased data transfer capabilities 4 times faster than 2G also led to the rise of new services such as video conferencing, video streaming, and voice over IP such as Skype. History of 4G. 4G was introduced throughout the world and made high quality video streaming reality for millions of consumers. 4G offers fast mobile web access up to 1 gigabit per second for stationary users, which facilitates gaming services, HD videos, and HQ videos conferencing. History of 5G. Three South Korean carriers, KT, LG U+, and SK Telecom, rolled out live commercial 5G services last December and promised a simultaneous March 2019 launch of 5G across the country. 5G offers the possibility of innovations such as remote surgeries, telemedicine, and even remote vital sign monitoring that could save lives.
1G wireless generation. 1G networks were based on the frequency division multiple access technologies FDMA. First generation 1G cellular technologies included AMS Advanced Mobile Phone System, NMT Nordics Mobile Telephony or Nordic Mobile Telephone, TACS Total Access Communications Systems, and CNETs Funk Telephonets C or Radio Telephone Networks. 2G wireless generation. 2G stands for the second generation of mobile networks that initially offered voice calls, text messages, and limited mobile internet. 2G networks enable highly secure voice calls, text message, SMS, and limited mobile data services. 3G wireless generation. Third generation 3G stands for the third generation of mobile networks that offer voice, text, and data services. The technologies that enable 3G are UMTS and CDMA 2000, which are based on the CDMA technology. We have a dedicated post on 3G UMTS that dives deeper into the technical aspects, including 4G wireless system. LTE on your mobile phone can also work as a mobile hotspot to provide an internet backup for your home broadband. You may also check out our post on LTE and LTE symbols on your phone for a general understanding of 4G LTE and to learn what it means for you as a customer. 5G wireless generation. The higher frequency bands for 5G have limited coverage but very low latency, less than 1 millisecond, suitable for real time services. The use cases for 5G are categorized into three main classes: enhanced mobile broadband (EMBB), massive machine type communication and ultra reliable low latency communication (LLC). Advantages. First, easy installation. Installing a wireless network is faster and easier compared to a wired. Second, flexibility. Setting up a wireless network helps the user to do work from home easily. Third, efficiency. Wireless networks allow improved and better communication of data. With a wireless network, the transfer of information between user is much faster. Fourth, cost effective. Wireless networks are cost effective since they are cheaper and easier to install. Disadvantages. First, speed. The speed of the wireless network is slower than the speed of wired networks. Second, cost. Wireless networks are usually inexpensive, but the cost of installation is very high. Setting up a wireless network is very costly, and sometimes there are extra costs along with it. Third, coverage. The coverage area of a wireless network is minimal. Fourth, if a wireless network is not installed correctly or maintained correctly, it is may cause server security threats.
The conclusion that we get from our discussion is 5G is poised to act as the mobile network of the future, helping to make the IoT a reality. Unlike previous generation like 3G and 4G, 5G is far more expensive and complicated to implement. This could potentially lead to possible as yet unstudied health complications.